First, the starting lineup for the visiting Durham Lords. Number 3, a guard out of Ajax, 9, Bender. 5, guard out of Markham, Dakota, Kirby. Number 20, guard out of Ajax, Siobhan Thomas.
Hello and welcome to the Georgian College Athletic Centre in Barrie, Ontario. We've got doubleheader action on the way as the Durham Lords visit the Georgian Grizzlies in OCAA basketball competition. It's the Grizzlies' home opener, and first up is the women's game getting underway shortly, be followed by the men's at 8 p.m. We'll be here to cover the games throughout the night. I'm Sean McAvoy, and I'll be live on the call. Looking forward to a great couple of games. In this first game, both women's teams enter this game at 0-1, losing their first game. As we go through the starting lineups for both teams, preparing to take the floor and get this game underway.
Number 6, a guard from Barrie, Kayla Dennis. A guard from here, Tanyam Eden Young. From Barrie, number 10, Kelsey Dunko. Number 11, guard Mackenzie Howlett. And number 12, guard Barrie, Cassidy Lauren Timpano. Good luck.
In case the fans at home didn't hear that, starting lineup for the Georgian Grizzlies will be number 6, Kayla Dennis, number 7, Eden Young, number 10, Kelsey Dunkold, number 11, Mackenzie Howlett, and number 12, Cassidy Warren Timpano. They take the floor and prepare for tip-off. Durham controls the tip, and we're underway at the Georgian Athletic Centre. Dender passing it to Kirby. Kirby's pass goes out of bounds and an early turnover from the Lords. Howlett will inbound. Dennis to receive the pass, and they'll head up court. Crossing over the half line. Passed off to Warren Timpano. Timpano looking for options. Moving to her left, to the outside for Dennis. Moving inside, back to Warren Timpano. Timpano driving the lane. She's got an opening to the basket. And it's 2-0 Grizzlies here. A hot start, scoring off the turnover. Thomas has the ball. Moving it to the outside. That's Crookshank, passing it to Dender. Dender to Kirby. Kirby trying to work to the inside. Putting it back to the outside. The ball goes back to Kirby in the paint. A nice pass. And that is Arthur Worry tying things up. Dennis carrying the ball at Flort. Over to Young. Young looking for an option to the other side of the floor for Warren Timpano. Moving it inside. Arthur Worry with the block. That was Kelsey Dunkold, unable to get the shot off. And Kirby moves up floor. Driving the lane, she's in the paint, losing control. And that's a turnover. So 2 quick turnovers for the Lords. Let's see if the Grizzlies can capitalize. And that is one of the keys to the game for this Georgian Grizzlies team, is getting off to a hot start and not falling behind early. Thus far doing a good job as the game's tied 2-2 and they have the ball. Warren Timpano moving it to Howlett. Howlett looking inside, unable to do so, puts it back to Warren Timpano. Warren Timpano not having much space, Thomas all over in coverage. Howlett drives the lane. A nice pass to the inside. And a very nice basket made there by Kelsey Dunkold. Grizzlies have the lead 4-2. Kirby moving the ball up floor, looking inside. And Young forced a turnover. Tight coverage there on number 22, Caitlin Crookshank. Howlett has the ball to Warren Timpano. Warren Timpano, the top of the arc. Inside to Young. Young over to Warren Timpano. Young has the ball at the top of the arc. Trying to drive to the right, unable to do so. She'll move the ball inside for Dunkold. Dunkold trying to walk the line. And a foul is drawn. That's going to be called on number 22, Caitlin Crookshank of the Durham Lords. So she's got her first. And Howlett will inbound. Nice inbound pass. Right under the basket. Kelsey Dunkel got a shot off. Unable to go in, but she does draw the foul, and she'll be headed to the foul line. First shot for Dunkel falls. Second shot's up. It's good. 2 for 2 from the line. And a nice 6-2 start for the Grizzlies. A lot of pressure on the Lords inbound as Kirby moves up floor with the ball. Trying to go inside. It's tipped by Dunkel going out of bounds. The Lords will retain possession. But way to break up that offensive possession by the Grizzlies. Crookshank inbounds. Arthur Worry under the basket. Able to get it to fall. Coverage all over her. No foul called, and the basket drops. Warren Timpano fumbling with the ball. And they called for an over and back. It was very close. Refs make the call. And Lords grab possession. Crookshank inbounding. She looks for Arthur Worry. Has it. Over to Kirby as they set up their offensive possession. Dender has the ball. She puts it up from 3, and that goes. Lords have the lead just like that. Dennis carrying the ball at floor. Warren Timpano working the right side, moving to her left. Howlett now has it inside. Young's pass is tipped and turned over. And it's now Thomas driving up the floor. Nice pass over to Kirby, and that layup falls. Another 2 points for Durham. Now Durham on a bit of a run. Grizzlies will look to put that to a stop on the offensive side. Ball goes far right for Dennis. Shot for 3. It doesn't fall, and Dender rebounds. Ball goes to Durham. Kirby working that right side. Warren Timpano covering. Crookshank putting up a shot for 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Warren Timpano. Eden Young has it, moves over to the other side. Dennis will put up another shot for 3. That one falls. She was wide open, and it's a tie game at 9. Oh. And Thomas, a nice pass from Kirby, just goes through her hands and out of bounds. That's a turnover. Third turnover of the game for Durham. The first sub of the game for Georgian sees Chelsea Lees coming in for Warren Timpano. Lees has the ball at the top of the arc. Moving it to Young. Young getting a pick from Dunkel, driving the right side. Finding no one to the inside. It's a scramble for the ball. Dender grabs it and moves it for Durham. Driving now. Howlett trying to get some defense, but no good, and Durham scores. That was Mary Stasiuk, number 31 for the Durham Lords, getting on the board. And Dennis moving for Lees. Saves it from going out of bounds. She's working that left side, moves it inside for Young. Young working the post, back to Dennis. Dennis being blocked from driving by Thomas. Thomas doing a great job on defense, and it's Howlett taking a shot from the outside. No good, and the ball will go out of bounds. Durham ball. Durham has an 11-9 lead with 5 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Kirby moving up floor. Just in coverage by Lees. Chamberlain moved it over for Stasiuk. Dender taking the three-point shot. It's no good, and Lees on the rebound. Dennis now moving up floor. Looking left for Howlett. Howlett's got space to drive, but Thomas does a great job making up that space. Ball goes out of bounds, but the Grizzlies will have the ball. It'll be Howlett inbounding. Looks like Dunkel was the first option. And she is on the inside, but she's blocked, and they'll call a travel there. Turnover. Lords take possession. Emily Chamberlain inbounding it to Dakota Kirby. Kirby moves up the floor. She's defended by Lees. Kirby with the ball. Decides to shoot. Just not good. Dennis rebounds and takes the ball up floor. Crossed over half, looking right for Young. Young's open. She'll pass it across for Lees. Lees driving the inside. Dished it off to Hallett outside the arc. Tip ball by Thomas. Almost forces the turnover, but she got her hand on it. Thomas did, and Grizzlies retain possession. Dennis on the inbound. Kenzie Hallett grabs the pass and looks to set up the offense. Moving it inside for Dunkel, or at least trying to. It's no good. That was read well by Mary Stasiuk. And Dender gets 2 points. First timeout being called here by the Grizzlies. Georgian will try and gather before this one gets away from them. It's 13-9. Still a very close game. If you happen to be in the area watching tonight's game, come on over to the Georgian College Athletic Centre. Entry to the game is $5 for both games. Of course, men's follows at 8 o'clock. And first 500 fans in the building tonight get a free GC State wristband, so come on out. It's a strong turnout at the Athletic Center tonight, despite it being the Georgian College Reading Week. A strong number of fans making it out to the building tonight to support their Grizzlies as play gets back underway following the timeout. Dennis heads up court. Same players on the floor for the Grizzlies as before the timeout. Young moves it to Lees. Lees inside to Hallett. Hallett looking outside for Dennis. Dennis back to Hallett, but it's picked off by Thomas. And looks like Hallett will be called for a foul here. Cody Kirby inbounding. Murray Stasiuk moves it to Chamberlain. Chamberlain to Dender. Dender getting a lot of shots in early here. Unable to capitalize on that one. It's Dennis moving it to Lees. Lees will move it back to Dennis. Young is open at the top of the arc and she'll fire. No good. Rebounded from Hallett is right there. Shots back up and she scores. Mackenzie Hallett. Dakota Kirby moving up floor. Looking right for Stasiuk. Stasiuk makes a move right, driving the lane, balls up. It's no good and rebounded by Lees. Chelsea Lees has it in the corner, getting rid of it fast. She had a double team covering her, but it's tipped out by Durham, and Georgian retains possession. Now number 4, Emily Glendinning coming in for Maddie Dender. Lees has it at the top of the arc, moving it inside for Young. Young over to Dennis, balls up. Looks like it might have been tipped and falls short. Glendinning comes up with the rebound, moves it to Kirby. Kirby will set up the offense for Durham. Dennis blocks her from driving the lane, and ball goes out to Glendinning. Glendinning to Stasiuk. Stasiuk goes left. Nice move into the paint and scores. Extending the lead, 15-11. Young moving right over to Dennis in the corner. She fires. No good. Lees looked like she had a hand on it. fighting for that ball was a couple of players, and it's called off Durham. So Georgian holds the ball. Hannah Sweet will inbound for the Grizzlies. So far on the baseline inbounds, they've been looking for Dunkold inside. That one gets turned over. But Dunkold with great hustle getting back on the defensive end and tipping that one out of bounds. The Lords will have to reset on offense from the baseline. And it's Kirby inbounding. Glendinning wide open at the top of the arc, and she'll fire. Swish. That one's good for 3. Lords extending their lead 18-11. Kayla Dennis passing it to Mackenzie Howlett. Hannah Sweet over to Lees. Hannah Sweet's shot will fall. It wasn't sure what it wanted to do on that rim there, and it falls in for 2. Nice shot by Hannah Sweet as Kirby moves up floor. Looking for Glendinning. She'll look for back-to-back threes, and it goes. That's 6 points in the last minute for Glendinning. Mackenzie Howlett over to Sweet. Glendinning forcing a lot of pressure. She has to move it inside. Howlett, nice move on the inside. Undefended as she gets in for 2 there. Dakota Kirby. Glendinning, she fakes the shot. It's Thomas that will be called for the travel after getting the pass from Glendinning there. And 2 subs come in for the Grizzlies. That's Cassidy Warren Timpano and Eden Young coming into the game. It's Lees and Dennis taking some time off. Warren Timpano moving up floor, looking over at head coach Todd Talbot for the offensive call. Dunkeld on the inside, moving it to Sweet. Quick shot from Sweet, unable to fall. Almost rebounded by Dunkold. Dakota Kirby moving to the inside for Stasiuk. Stasiuk blocked there. Nice block by Hannah Sweet, but Lords retain possession. Out off of Sweet. Now it's Arthur Worry, number 52, and number 22, Caitlin Cruikshank, coming in for the Lords. Kirby will inbound. Wing to the top, Glendinning again. The same play they ran on the baseline inbound previously. That one didn't work out. There's Glendinning missing the 3-point shot. She's driving the basket, unable to get it to fall there. And Sweet rebounds, looking for an outlet. Smartly plays it off the Durham defender. Georgian retains possession. 22 seconds left here in the first quarter as Georgian moves up floor without a shot clock. Eden Young has it at the top of the arc, looking right, where she finds Warren Timpano, who will shoot from 3. That one falls short, but rebounded by the Grizzlies. Now it's Hannah Sweet at the top of the arc. That one falls short as well, and then Lords get their hand on this one. With 2 seconds left in the quarter, that will do it for the first quarter of this game. Action-packed first quarter sees the Lords take a 21-15 lead.
21-15. Fans at halftime will be trying to give away $1,000 in the OCAA Shoot for Cash draw. Make sure you see Robert at the front for your ticket. The draw will take place during the second quarter. Fans, get on your feet and make some noise if you want a Grizzlies scarf.
As the break between quarters comes to a close, action will get back underway here. Durham Lords lead 21-15, start of the second quarter. Cassidy Warren Timpano starting it off on the offense for the Grizzlies. Young moving to Sweet, Sweet looking to Howlett. Howlett has the top left of the arc. Trying to move the ball inside, but well covered by the Lords. She'll drive. Trying to get the end one to fall. It's no good, but she'll go to the line for 2 shots. There's a good take there by Mackenzie Howlett. She saw space, drove the lane, and we'll get to the foul line. Looking to tighten this game up. First shot's no good. She'll look to do right on the second attempt. And that one doesn't fall. Rebounded by Arthur Worry. Kirby now moving up floor. Intercepted by Eden Young. Well read on the defense there. And Georgian will break out on offense here. Slowing things down is Cassidy Warren Timpano. Playing the role of guard. Moving it to Mackenzie Howlett. Howlett to Sweet. Sweet looking to Young on her left side. We will go back over to Timpano, who drives, going with the left hand. It was a nice move, but unable to find the net was Timpano. And the Lords break out on offense. Dakota Kirby has had the role of leading this Lords offense throughout the first quarter and into the second quarter. Glendinning to Kirby. Kirby driving right on Warren Timpano. A nice pass to the inside. Arthur Worry that is going to get to the line there on an attempt in the paint. Mackenzie Howlett doesn't like the call. We'll let the ref know, but it will be Keisha Arthur Worry headed to the line here for the Durham Lords. First shot's good. Second of 2 attempts on the way. That one falls as well, so making the most of her free throw attempts is Keisha Arthur Worry. That's going to be a big key for the Grizzlies, making those free throw attempts. That's a 4-point swing that goes in favor of the Lords, missing 2 free throws and then letting 2 go on their defensive end. But Sweet shooting 3. That one's unable to fall. And it's Stasiuk on the rebound for the Lords. Moving it to Glendinning, who has a lane. Found herself with a little bit too much momentum going under the basket. Had to just throw it up, and it's no good, but rebounded by her fellow Lords as Kirby puts one up. That's going to airball out of bounds. Turnover there. And let's see what the Grizzlies can do on the offensive end. Kayla Dennis coming in for Mackenzie Howlett. Dennis takes the inbound and heads up floor, looking right to Warren Timpano. To the top of the arc for Hannah Sweet. Eden Young now, left side of the arc. As Dennis driving right, looking inside for Sweet. Sweet gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Grizzlies are doing a good job of getting to the line. Hannah Sweet, good on the first attempt. And good on the second. She goes 2 for 2 from the line. And now putting some pressure on the Lords as they inbound. Warren Timpano in the backcourt trying to put some pressure on him, but allowing space on the fast break for the Lords. But forcing a turnover is Georgian there, so a great defensive possession. That's the outcome they were hoping for. Dennis takes the inbound from Sweet and heads up the court. Handing it off to Warren Timpano. She's defended by Glendinning. Dennis open in the left side corner. 3-point shot doesn't fall, and it's rebounded by Arthur Worry, who outlets to Glendinning. To Stasiuk driving. A nice fast break by the Lords. Sees Marie Stasiuk scoring 2 and extending the lead 25-17 for the Lords. Dennis on the offensive end for the Grizzlies. Warren Timpano to Sweet to Young. Young looking for a pass to the far side for Dennis. Dennis drives the baseline. And that's a turnover by the Grizzlies on the offensive end. as we'll see Mackenzie Howlett check back into the game for Hannah Sweet. Also, Kelsey Dunkold will check in for Autumn Courtney. And it's back to the Grizzlies starting lineup being on the floor. Howlett jumps on the pump fake, and the ball gets moved inside. 2 points for the Lords. Dennis moving up court. Mackenzie Howlett has it on the left side. Back to the top of the arc for Dennis, who will reset. Warren Timpano now. Moving left, looking left. It's Young who moves to the right. Dennis shoots from 3, that's good. Grizzlies are within 7. Kirby to Arthur Worry. Stasiuk now on the right side, looking left. Back over to Kirby. Kirby with the step back jumper, falling short. It's rebounded by Eden Young, who will move up floor with the ball. Trying to get it into the forward position for Dunkold, but that's no good, and it'll be Kirby moving up floor with the ball. Goes over to Stasiuk. Stasiuk looks left for Glendinning. Glendinning moving it to the left corner where a three-point shot went up. It was no good. Eden Young moving up floor with the ball. Timpano. Dennis wide open for 3, shots up. It's no good and unable to rebound. Lords take possession. Stasiuk to Kirby. Arthur Worry moving it over to Cruikshank. Cruikshank to Glendinning. Glendinning looks right. Stasiuk for 3, balls up. Falling short again by the Lords, and Howlett rebounds. She'll push the ball up floor. Sees a lane, will take it. Gets the call, and she'll go to the line for 2. Good vision by Mackenzie Howlett. Didn't see the pass, so found the lane, took it, and will get to the free throw line to shoot 2.
To line shooting 2, number Mackenzie Howlett.
First shot falls for Mackenzie Howlett. Second shot's good, and those 2 fall. So making right from the free throw line is Howlett, who's now 50% from the free throw line, as Dender moves it to Stasiuk. Stasiuk found Caitlin Hickey, whose shot was not able to fall. It's Warren Timpano slowing things up on the Georgian offense. Sweet thought about shooting, but will hold on to it, pass it to Howlett. Howlett now takes a bit of a desperate shot there, and that is no good. Lords take possession of the ball. Moving it up for Thomas. Thomas under the basket. Made a nice move. It's rebounded by Hickey. It looks like Hickey will get the call there. And it is Caitlin Hickey at the free throw line.
Georgian foul number 10, Kelsey Dunkold.
3 fouls by the Grizzlies so far this quarter. We are experiencing some technical difficulties from our video, so we do apologize for the errors. We're working to get that fixed. In the meantime, I'll provide a little bit of audio as the game is still underway. 29-22 lead here for Durham in the second quarter. It's Warren Timpano looking left in the offensive side. It's Howlett moving to her right. Driving the paint. Shots up, no good, falling off the front of the rim. She wanted a call but will not get it. It went out of bounds off the Grizzlies, and now Durham inbounds from their baseline. Moving up floor is Dender. Dender just crossing the half line and driving to the middle of the floor. It coughs the ball up there. Dunkold moves it to Dennis in their defensive end, moving it over half court. Now Howlett has the ball on the near side from our camera. Dennis looking right. Warren Timpano has it at the top of the arc. as our video comes back in. Thank you for your patience, everyone watching. Warren Timpano was able to get to the free throw line and will shoot 2 here. First shot's up and falls. 29-23. Second shot's up, and that one's no good, but out off of Durham. And Georgian will try and take advantage of some second chance opportunity here. Hannah Sweet inbounds it to Dunkel. Dunkel in the paint, making a nice move, and that basket falls. So a nice 3-point possession there for the Grizzlies after getting the ball off of a Lord's turnover following the free throw attempts. Ignites the Grizzlies crowd. They're getting a little louder here. As Dender looks inside for Thomas. Thomas working in the post against Howlett. Left hand doesn't work, and it's turned over. Grizzlies moving up floor. A little reach-in will be called there by the Lords. And Grizzlies will have the inbound on the offensive side of half court. Now the Grizzlies are in a bonus position here, so it's Warren Timpano headed to the line. 3:43 left in the second quarter. 29-25 lead for the Lords. That gets brought even tighter. It's now 29-26 as Warren Timpano makes her first shot from the free throw line. Second one doesn't fall, but rebounded by Dunkel. Driving is Timpano. Grizzly ball. Warren Timpano wanted a foul there, but won't get it. They'll gladly retain possession, though. Sweet inbound to Dunkel. Dunkel moving right, looking outside. Howlett shoots for 3. That's no good. Dender moving up floor for the Lords. Kirby shooting for 2. That one falls short, rebounded by Sweet. It's Howlett over to Warren Timpano, who moves up floor for the Grizzlies. Warren Timpano looking right for Howlett. Howlett to Dennis on the right side, top of the arc, moving inside for Dunkel. Dunkel in the post, working, gets the call, and one. A nice play there by Kelsey Dunkel in the paint, working the post, getting 2 points, getting to the line. And she'll have a chance to tie this game up. For those watching at home, we do apologize for the technical difficulties we are experiencing with our video. The scoreboard is not up to date at the moment. We're working on fixing this issue for you. Dunkel shots up and falls. It's a 29-29 tie game here at the Georgian Athletic Centre. Kirby moving up floor for the Lords. Ball's right for Glendening. Glendening moving it back to the left side for Kirby. Kirby looks right, Glendening. That was a shot for 2, no good. Rebounded by Warren Timpano, who's getting pressured under the basket, but able to escape and move up floor. She's covered by 2 defenders looking for an outlet. Just misses Howlett, who had the lane and a lot of open space ahead of her, but the ball will be turned over and the Lords take possession. Caitlin Hickey inbounding it here. Eden Young checks in the game for Kelsey Dunkel. Kirby moving over half for the Lords. Moving to her right, looking left. And a nice play there. A Georgian foul. And it's number 24, Emily Chamberlain, getting to the line here for Durham. Foul's on Hannah Sweet. First shot's no good for Chamberlain. Game remains tied at 29. Chamberlain's second shot falls, and they've got a 1-point lead. Durham does. Warren Timpano will break out on the offensive side of things for the Grizzlies. Calling the play. She's got Young to her right, Hallett to her left. Working at the top of the arc. Glendenning is on defense, moving it to Hallett on her left side. Hallett to the far right corner for Dennis. Dennis has no shot. Looking to the left, it's intercepted by Glendenning. Glendenning now moving up floor for Dender. Dender taking a 2-point shot. It may have been tipped by Eden Young. It's no good, but Durham rebounds. Shots up, no good. Grizzlies break out. Warren Timpano now entering the paint, going to the left hand. That one falls. Grizzlies have the lead, 31-30. Kirby moving up floor for the Lords, trying to work the paint. Nice move in the post, goes to the right hand. That's Dakota Kirby scoring 2, getting the lead back for the Lords. Fast-paced action here now as we see Mackenzie Hallett at the top of the arc. Moving it right side for Eden Young, back to the top of the arc. Mishandled by Hallett as Warren Timpano grabbing the ball. Eden Young driving left, handing it off to Warren Timpano, who tries to drive. Looks outside for Dennis, shots up for 3. That one falls. 34-32 for your hometown Grizzlies. And they're battling here tonight against the Lords. Well defended by Dennis. It was Kirby trying to drive the basket, but deflected there by Dennis, and it'll be Kirby on the baseline inbounding the ball for the Lords. Kirby looking right to Arthur Worry. Arthur Worry moving in the post against Eden Young, and just a mismatch, but you could see Arthur Worry's left arm extended, pushed off Young, and she'll be called for the offensive foul. Eden Young inbounding to Kayla Dennis. Hannah Sweet checking out of the game. Kelsey Dunkel comes in. Apologies for the technical difficulties with our video. We believe that we have solved it. And the score is correct now on your screens. Thank you for your patience. Now Young on the offensive side looking left. It's back to Young. Under the basket, Novak Simcha almost had the rebound. Dunkel doing a lot of work in the paint, getting second chance opportunities there. Unable to get the 2 shots to fall, but it did go off the Lords out of bounds. Much to the dislike of the visiting Durham fans. But Grizzlies ball on the offensive zone on the baseline. It's brought in, Dunkel over to Howlett. Howlett looking right, puts the ball up as the shot clock was expiring, goes out of bounds. Lords will take possession of the ball. Cruikshank will inbound to Kirby. Kirby defended by Dennis. A pick and roll to Arthur where he works out perfectly. Good 2 points there for Durham. Dunkel. Oh, that ball is stolen by Kirby just as Dunkel got the pass. Ripped away by Dakota Kirby, who now moves the ball into the offensive zone. Well read by Howlett. Almost intercepted that pass on the inside, but just slipped through her hands. But good job to break up the offensive possession. Lords will have to reset on the baseline. Watch for Glendenning getting the pass at the top of the arc. That's what the plan that they have run in the past. Not so this time, but it does go to the top of the arc for Dender. And a quick 3, which does not fall. Rebounded by Glendenning underneath. Looks out for Cruikshank. Cruikshank to Kirby at the top. Looks left, wide open. Dender for 3. Ball's up. No good. Glendenning gets the rebound, though, but time will expire in the first half. And we're all knotted up at 34. An excellent first half of basketball here at the Georgian Athletic Centre. There's a 34-34 tie between the hometown Georgian Grizzlies and the visiting Durham Lords. Many of the Grizzlies men's basketball players moving in to the building now. They prepare for their 8 p.m. tip-off, also against Durham. As it is halftime, it is time for the OCAA Shoot for Cash contest. One lucky participant will shoot 4 shots, and a chance to win $1,000. Last season we did see someone win the Shoot for Cash contest right here at Georgian. Made all 4 shots, made it look very easy, and walked home with a $1,000 check, so not too bad.
All right, fans, it's now time for our OCAA Shoot for Cash draw. We have our lucky contestant, Peter, and he's going to have 3 shots. He'll start with a layup from past the 3-point circle, a free throw, and a 3-point shot. He has 2 shots.
So in case you are unfamiliar with the Shoot for Cash contest, takes 4 shots to win the $1,000. You have to make a free throw, a layup, a free throw, a 3-point, and then the half-court shot.
So when you are ready, you can get started. Good luck. Let's make
Our
some
contestant
noise.
trying to get some energy to fire him up, get him ready for his shots. And here we go. Free throw falls, he's 1 for 1.
On to the foul shot.
First one does not fall.
If I get 2 shots, you got 1 more
Got another opportunity. Second one's no good, so a lot of energy, but unable to turn that into money is our contestant, but a little fun shot from half before we take our halftime break here on the broadcast. And the half-court shot does not fall. However, a lot of fun, of course, we always have with the OCAA Shoot for Cash competition. If you would like to get involved with that contest, come on out to a varsity basketball game. Tickets are $5 at the door, or you can get them for free throughout the school in the week leading up to the game. There will be another Shoot for Cash contest at halftime of the men's game. In the meantime, we'll take a break from our broadcast. We'll be back for the second half. It's a 34-34 tie between the Georgian Grizzlies and Durham Lords. See you soon. Yeah. As we get back underway here at the Georgian College Athletic Centre, the game all knotted at 34 between Durham and Georgian. Durham starts off with the ball. It's Crookshank inbounding it to Kirby. Arthur, where he gets fouled on the inside, taken down hard by Dunkold as she tried to receive a pass inside the paint. And it'll be Lord's ball on the baseline with Crookshank on the inbound. Crookshank trying to get the ball inside for Thomas. We'll have to settle for the top of the arc with Kirby. Kirby looking left for Crookshank. Crookshank trying to get to Thomas in the post. Tippy-toeing that baseline is Thomas, moving it to the outside. Top of the arc now Kirby looking right. Dender shots up, and that one falls for three. 37-34 lead. Grizzlies are called for the travel here, and their first offensive possession results in a turnover. Keisha Arthurworry is your points leader after the first half with 10 points, all coming from the inside of the arc. She's 4 for 4. And she has it at the top of the arc, looking left for Thomas. Thomas trying to get the ball inside, but we'll move it to the top for Dender. Dender looking right for Kirby. Kirby now to the inside. Tried to get it to the inside for Thomas, but it sails out of bounds. And that's an offensive turnover by the Lords. Young now will inbound it for Dennis. Kayla Dennis has 9 points in the game. She's 3 3-point shots, account for all 9 of her points. And it's Young with the ball at the top of the arc. Warren Timpano driving to the left. Has to turn back to the right, moves it to Dennis, trying to get the ball inside, but strong defense by the Lords not allowing them to do so. Finally, Timpano gets to the inside, makes a nice pass to Dunkold. Dunkold forced a turnover by Arthurworry. Dunkold who gets the call in the paint and is going to the line. Dunkold having a great game so far. She also has 9 points for the Grizzlies, hoping to make that 11 with 2 shots upcoming at the free throw line. She forced that turnover, got the ball, got to the line, but first shot unable to fall. Second shot's no good as well, and Thomas grabs the rebound. Outlet to Kirby, moving it up to Dender. Dender steps, takes a shot. That's good for 3. Her second three-pointer of the half. She's got 6 points in the half and a 6-point lead for the Lords. Timpano driving. She goes to her left hand, unable to fall. And it's Arthurworry who rebounds. Kirby now up to Dender. Dender slows things down. A pull-up 3, and it's good. Basket counts. Maddie Dender coming out firing in the second half. 3 3-point shots. 3 3-point shots have fallen. She's got 9 points early in the second half. All 9 points that the Lords have got this second half, and it forces the Grizzlies to take an early timeout in the second half. Surely not the start that they were looking for. 9 straight points given up. So Maddie Dender entered the second half with only 5 points, but just like that, she's your game scoring leader with 14 points. Back-to-back-to-back 3-point shots made by Maddie Dender. And she's the star so far in the second half. 8:23 remaining in the third quarter. It's a 43-34 lead for the Durham Lords over the Georgian Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies will look to get back on track on this offensive possession. Eden Young inbounds it to Kayla Dennis, and they move up floor. Dennis hands off to Howlett Young, Warren Timpano drives, moves it to Dunkold. Dunkold unable to get that one fall from about 8 feet. It's now Kirby who has on the left side of the arc for the Lords. Looks left for Crookshank. Crookshank goes to Arthur where he's one-on-one driving the lane. Dunkold with great defense. Got her hand on the ball, and that one goes out of bounds, breaking up the offensive possession by the Lords. Durham will retain possession and inbound it from the baseline. It's Crookshank on the inbound. Looking inside for Kirby, but it was turned over, and it will be Durham retaining the possession here. Scramble for possession there off the inbound. It looked like Mackenzie Howlett had it, then she coughed it up. Ultimately, it was Howlett knocking it out of bounds, and the Lords have possession. Refs talking it over. They're not sure exactly who had it, but the call will be upheld, and Crookshank will inbound it for Durham. Inbounded to Maddie Dender, driving right, looking right for Thomas. Thomas pulls up, but no good. Dunkel doing a good job to tip it to Eden Young. Grizzlies rebound and move up floor. Kayla Dennis carrying it over half court. 2 defenders on her, moves it to Young. Young covered by Thomas now. Almost intercepting the pass there was Arthur Worry, but Dunkel gets space, gets inside, gets the 2 points for Georgian. Kelsey Dunkel having a great game here for the Grizzlies. Keisha Arthur Worry has it at the top of the arc. Moving it to Dakota Kirby. Dakota Kirby left side for Siobhan Thomas. Dennis moving it to Warren Timpano. Warren Timpano looks left for Eden Young, who has it at the top of the arc. Moving it inside for Warren Timpano, works one-on-one against Crookshank, well defended by the Lords. And Durham comes up with the ball off the missed 2-point attempt. Crookshank carrying it up, looking for Keisha Arthur Worry. Arthur Worry to Kirby. Kirby was looking for Crookshank, who was well defended, not even looking, and Eden Young comes up with the ball. A 3-on-1 fast break for the Grizzlies doesn't result in anything, and it will be knocked out of bounds by Durham. Grizzlies retain possession of the ball. Eden Young has the ball for the Grizzlies, inbounding it. Inbounds it to Kelsey Dunkold. Warren Timpano now pulling up for 2. That one falls. It's a 5-point game now. 5 points separating Durham and Georgian as the Lords lead. Crookshank to Arthur Worry. Dunkold jumped. Dunkold unable to defend closely there, but missing the shot was Keisha Arthur Worry, knocked out by the Lords, and Georgian takes over possession. Glendinning and Chamberlain coming into the game, as well as Stasiuk, pardon me. 3 of them enter the floor for Durham, but it's Georgian on the offensive end. Warren Timpano mishandles the ball for a moment, but regains possession. Looks to Howlett. Howlett pulls up for 2. That one falls. 3-point game now. Durham leads. Kirby carrying it over half. Glendinning has it on the left side, covered by Eden Young. Moves over to Kirby. Kirby's covered by Dennis. Dender with space behind the 3-point line. Fires, and that's her 4th 3-point shot made here in the second half. She's got 17 points now on the game. All 3-point attempts. Warren Timpano now driving the lane. And she'll get to the line. It was Marie Stasiuk getting called for the block there. And Warren Timpano has 2 shots headed to the line.
To the line, Warren Timpano for 2.
First attempt falls. Second shot's no good, but rebounded by Kelsey Dunkel. Dunkel moves it to Timpano, mishandles it. Was knocked out by the Lords. And Georgian has possession. Howlett looking inside for Dunkel. Dunkel puts it up. No foul, no good. Dunkel hustling to get the ball, though, and it's going to get a jump here. Excellent offensive possession by Kelsey Dunkel. She's been the focal point on offense, especially on any baseline pass. When Georgian has the ball at the baseline in the offensive end, they've often looked to get to the inside paint for Dunkel. Dunkel's had many opportunities to get points inside the paint off that inbound. It's now Warren Timpano looking left for Dennis. Dennis drives, gets the call. Basket will not count, but she'll have a shot. She'll have 2 shots from the free throw line. Durham getting into foul trouble early. They've already got 4 fouls here in the third quarter. So it won't be at the free throw line. It'll be Dennis inbounding. Inbounds to Warren Timpano. Driving on Glendening. Well defended by the Lords. Dunkel to Young. Young well covered, unable to get a shot off. Pass it off to Howlett. Howlett drives on Glendening. Well defended by Glendening. Forces a missed shot, and Durham moves up floor with the ball. Kirby looks inside for Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets a shot off. Well defended. No foul called. And now Dender is going to get the call, and already in the bonus is Durham Lords, so Grizzlies headed to the free throw line here. With 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Durham Lords have 5 fouls and put the Grizzlies in the bonus. So it'll be Kayla Dennis at the free throw line shooting 2 here. And let's see if the Grizzlies can make the most of the Lords being in the bonus for the remainder of this quarter. All fouls go to the free throw line. And first shot's good by Kayla Dennis. Second shot's good, and only 3 points separate the Durham Lords and the Georgian Grizzlies. Lords in the lead. They have the ball moving up floor. Kirby to Dender. Dender, another one. Another 3-point shot made by Maddie Dender. She's on fire here in the third quarter. 5 3-pointers made by Maddie Dender thus far. And she almost has the steal there. It's Howlett driving, getting the 2 in the paint there. Mackenzie Howlett with a great fit. Dakota Kirby moving up floor. Looking inside for Glendening. Great pass, unable to finish there. Emily Glendening wasn't able to finish off the play, but Durham will hold possession. Kirby out to Dender. Dender's covered by Dennis, driving right. A lot of speed by Maddie Dender. She's knocked over, though. And a foul will be called on the Grizzlies. Second foul by the Georgian Grizzlies here in the third quarter. Now Maddie Dender will inbound the ball. Chelsea Lee's covering the inbounder. Inbound goes to Kirby. Kirby back to Dender. Pulls up from 3. That one's not going to be good. And that one airballs. Grizzlies have possession. Eventually the luck ran out for Maddie Dender after 5 straight 3-point attempts that fell. The 6th is no good. Grizzlies take possession. Kayla Dennis carrying the ball over half court. Looking left, moves it to Mackenzie Howlett. Eden Young now has it at the top of the arc. Chelsea Lee's covered by Glendening. Moving right, has no space at all. And a forced turnover there by Emily Glendening. Strong defense. Results in the Lords moving up floor with the ball. Glendening fakes the shot, ball inside. But a nice turnover. It's Kelsey Dunkel. Turned over by Lees. Kirby now working on Mackenzie Howlett. Puts it up with the right hand. I don't think she knew that Dunkel was there. And it's turned over by the Lords. So far in the third quarter, it's been the Grizzlies managing their mistakes, keeping this one tight. 4 points separate the two teams. And mishandling the ball there was Eden Young. The results in a turnover. Emily Glendinning will inbound the ball. 45 points for the Grizzlies, already outscores their entire first game. They fell in their first game 77-38 at Seneca, but a strong second outing here at home. They're right in it, down 4 to Durham. Forcing a turnover on defense now. Howlett comes up with the ball. Dennis moving the ball to Sweet. Didn't know where it was, finding it. It'll be Dender that knocks it out. Good awareness by Maddie Dender to just kill the play, get it out of bounds, and reset on defense. Hannah Sweet will inbound it for the Grizzlies. Kayla Dennis is going to be brought out of the game due to a small cut on her knee. She'll have that looked at, but ref saw the little bit of blood on her left knee and pulled her from the game. It's number 21, Jessica Novak-Simcha, coming in for her, as Howlett has it on offense. Looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Eden Young finds an opening, drives it. Hannah Sweet on the outside, now shooting. Unable to get that one to go. Simcha almost got the rebound there, but Dakota Kirby moves up floor. Maddie Dender now from 3. She's missed 2 straight three-point attempts now after 5 straight went for her. A big turnover there by Dakota Kirby. Great steal by Dakota Kirby. Mackenzie Howlett coughed up the ball, and a easy 2 there for the Lords. Extends their lead to 6 as Mackenzie Howlett carries it over half court, calling the play, looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Eden Young now has it at the top of the arc, and a pass to Mackenzie Howlett is mishandled. It will result in a jump ball. Cassidy Warren-Timpano now being brought in for Mackenzie Howlett. And possession goes to the Grizzlies off the jump ball. Sweet inbounds it to Warren Timpano. Timpano calls the play, moves right, moves left, carrying it left. She's covered by Glendinning, hands it off to Eden Young. Eden Young goes, nice pass inside, Hannah Sweet. And that one goes for 2 points. A fast break here by the Lords. Thomas getting fouled under the basket. She'll go to the line for 2. Siobhan Thomas getting to the line here. Siobhan Thomas' first shot doesn't go. Second one does not fall either. And it's rebounded by the Grizzlies. Kelsey Dunkel was able to do just enough to make sure the Lords didn't grab possession of that ball. And it'll be Grizzlies with the ball moving up floor on offense. Kayla Dennis got her left knee wrapped up. It looks like she's getting ready to come back into the game. In the meantime, Novak-Simcha working the inside. Nice pass to Dunkel. Dunkel drives, unable to get the floater to fall. And it'll be Lords grabbing possession. Another nice defensive possession by the Lords. And Dakota Kirby moves up floor for Durham. Makes a first move on Warren Timpano. Got her to bite. Opened up things on the inside for Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets fouled underneath the basket, and she's headed for 2 shots. Fouls now starting to even out. Both teams are in the bonus. 56 seconds remaining in the third quarter. First shot falls there for Chamberlain. And this last minute of play in the third quarter is going to have to be disciplined basketball. Every foul results in free throw shots. All 2 shots fall for Chamberlain. And it's the Lords extending their lead, 53-47. 6-point lead here, 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Cassidy Warren Timpano heads up floor for the Grizzlies. Moves it left for Hallett, who's back in the game. Moves left for Young. Young puts it back to the top of the arc for Hallett. Unable to get inside so far, the Grizzlies on this offensive possession. They're working it around the arc. Finally, Young driving the lane, goes up, off the backboard, but doesn't fall. Kirby to Thomas. It's a 2-on-2. Thomas drives right by Hallett, and a nice layup falls. Hallett was left in the dust there as a strong drive by Siobhan Thomas. Warren Timpano almost coughs up the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball here. And it's Cassidy Warren Timpano, just got called with a technical, but so did Dakota Kirby. A little bit of extracurriculars going on as they fought for that, that jump ball there. It should be the Lords, though, holding on to possession following a couple of free throw shots on both sides.
Technical foul to Georgia, number 12, Cassidy Warren Timpano. Technical foul to Durham, number 5, Dakota Kirby.
So there are 2 technicals called, one on Warren Timpano, one on Kirby. The 2 will offset, and it'll be the Lords with possession of the ball. Glendening moving it to Thomas. Thomas trying to get the ball inside, nobody's there. Stasiuk driving the right-hand side, putting it across for Glendening. Foul is called, however, and it'll be Marie Stasiuk headed to the free throw line. Mary Stasiuk has 6 points on the game, looking to get that up to 8 points. First shot falls. She's got 7 on the game now. It's a 56-47 lead for the Lords. Add 1, 10-point lead for Durham. Warren Timpano using her speed, getting to the outside. Dunkled now with the shot. It's no good as the third quarter comes to a close. Good job by Warren Timpano to get up court there and get one more shot in the third quarter there. Doesn't fall, but great offensive effort. It's a 10-point lead for Durham at the end of the third, 57-47.
Fans, get on your feet, make some noise if you want.
It was an explosive third quarter there for the Durham Lords. Both teams entered that third quarter with only 34 points. If you happen to be in the area following tonight's action, come on out to the Georgian College Athletic Centre. We're not done for the night after this women's game finishes it up. At 8 o'clock, the men's team will take the floor. Georgian Grizzlies facing off also against the Durham Lords. Your points leader here at the end of the third, Maddie Dender, is 17 points. Inbounded there. Eden Young has the ball at the top of the arc. Moving to her right. Novak Simcha turns the ball over there, trying to get the ball to the inside. Lords read it, and they'll move up floor with the ball. Kirby, nice pass inside to Arthur Worry. A floater doesn't go, but rebounded by Siobhan Thomas. Puts it to Stasiuk. Stasiuk to Glendinning. All the way across the floor to Kirby. Kirby drives, gets that one to fall, and it's a 12-point lead here for Durham. Warren Timpano with control of the ball, moves it to Eden Young on her left side. Back to Warren Timpano. Novak Simcha for three, no good. Dakota Kirby now moving up floor. Howlett in coverage. She sidesteps the defender. Layup's unable to go, but a nice offensive drive there. Warren Timpano in control of the ball over half court. Over to Eden Young. Eden Young calling a play. Puts it back to Warren Timpano. Howlett. Ball denied there from going inside. She hands it off to Eden Young. Eden Young driving to the right. Floaters up, no good. Rebounded by Mary Stasiuk. Stasiuk now driving one-on-one. Hands it off to Thomas, who is on her right side. Gets the call and one. And now the Lords are running away with this one early in the fourth. They've got a 14-point lead with an opportunity to extend that to 15 here at the free throw line. Siobhan Thomas about to shoot. She got the harm and the hoop underneath the basket. A nice pass there by Mary Stasiuk. Thomas's shot's no good, but it was Arthur Worry rebounding. Good job by a couple Grizzlies defenders to get their hands on that ball and force a jump ball. It will be Georgian that grabs possession there. Or pardon me, it will be Durham ball there. Thomas with the inbound. Great defense by Kelsey Dunkold. Really good job getting her hand on the ball. Eden Young, double covered, puts it to Dunkold. Dunkold to Hannah Sweet, wide open at the top of the arc. Not good for three. Grizzlies clawing their way back into this one. They're down 11 right now. Durham has the ball. Trying to get inside to Arthur Worry. Ball's up, she's fouled on the shot, and Lords will head to the foul line. First shot's good. Hannah Sweet has 5 fouls on the game, and she'll have to be brought to the bench. Mackenzie Howlett checking in for her. Keisha Arthur Worry still has one shot at the free throw line. Shots up, shot's good. 63-50. 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Howlett driving, looking inside for Dunkel, but it's intercepted by Kirby. Kirby now trying to work a 3-on-2 inside to Glendinning, mishandled. Ball's back out to Kirby. They'll reset on offense here, slow things down. Inside to Stasiuk, who has space, gets up off the backboard for two. 65-50 now, 15-point lead here for the Lords. Time running out in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies going to have to get something going fast. Eden Young now, looking to the right side, Warren Timpano. Almost coughing the ball up there, but Mackenzie Howlett battling that one away. Grizzlies called for the travel there and coughing the ball up on offense.
Good job, Emily. You're playing great. Good job, Emily.
Turnovers really killing this Grizzlies team tonight, especially in the second half. With space now, Kirby fires. That three is good. It's an 18-point lead here for Durham. They're pulling away with 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Warren Timpano driving left. Knocked away by Siobhan Thomas. Siobhan Thomas now has a 2-on-1 fast break for the Lords. Good defense by Eden Young to break up that fast break. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball heading up court, slowing things down now. They've got to get over the half-court line. They do. It's now Eden Young with space. Thought about pulling up, but handed it to Dennis. Dennis unable to get that three-point shot to go. Siobhan Thomas will slow things down, moving it up to Kirby. And it's Glendinning underneath the basket for two. But it looked like they were going to slow things down on that offensive breakout, but they saw a couple open players in the front court, and they moved the ball up court and got an easy two there. Suddenly, the Lords have a 20-point lead with just over 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Things started to get out of hand for the Grizzlies very early into that third quarter, all thanks to Maddie Dender, who came out firing, hit 5 consecutive three-point shots. All of a sudden, the Durham Lords have a 20-point lead over the hometown Georgian Grizzlies. Be sure to stay up to date with everything going on in the Georgian College Athletic Centre. Follow them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That's Georgian Grizzlies. You can also visit georgiangrizzlies.ca. Stay up to date with all varsity games and other events happening at Georgian College. We're back underway. Grizzlies have the ball, moving up floor. Howlett has it at the top of the arc, driving the lane on Glendinning. Tries to get a shot up for about 10 feet, and it falls. Just on the edge of the paint there. Nice right-handed layup. That falls, and they're within 18 points now of the Lords. Kirby inside to Arthurworry. Arthurworry going up, doesn't fall. It's Dunkled on the rebound. Warren Timpano leading the charge here for the Grizzlies. Over to Howlett. Howlett driving, trying to go into a right hand again. That one's blocked right into the hands of Keisha Arthurworry. Nice pass by Kirby up to Stasiuk. Easy two for the Lords. A nice find there by Dakota Kirby. Another assist for her. She had a double-double in the opening game. Kayla Dennis moving right, handing it off to Warren Timpano. Over to Eden Young. Eden Young's covered by Glendinning. Warren Timpano now with the ball. Glendinning switched off. Inside to Dunkled, outside to Dennis. Dennis for three. No good. Rebounded by Emily Glendinning. Tipped it over to Warren Timpano, who gets the ball back for the Grizzlies. Eden Young thought about shooting. She'll drive to her right. Looking for somewhere to go with the ball. She looks to the top of the arc for Mackenzie Howlett. Howlett's defended by Siobhan Thomas, and Siobhan Thomas gets the call. Gets called there for the foul. It's the first foul of the quarter for Durham. 5:07 remaining in the fourth quarter. Warren Timpano now headed to the sideline. Checking in for her is Chelsea Lees.
Hey, pay attention, pay attention. Who's got behind?
Kayla Dennis to Mackenzie Howlett.
That's it, Marie.
Mackenzie Howlett, no space to work inside. Finally, we'll get to the paint. She wanted a foul there, but it's no good, and now Siobhan Thomas heading up floor. Driving on Chelsea Lees. Nice pass to Glendinning in the paint working. Unable to get the point to fall, but Arthurworry did a great job getting her hands on the ball, but ultimately it's a jump ball called. Grizzlies get possession. 16 points separate the two teams. Pardon me, 20 points. Howlett to Dunkel. Dunkel top of the arc. Moving over to Eden Young. Eden Young, well defended by Dakota Kirby. She finds Howlett though on the baseline, gets that one to go. Nice 2 points for the Grizzlies. Dakota Kirby now with the ball for the Lords. Left side of the arc, over to the right. A nice pull-up jumper there for 3. Rebounded by Siobhan Thomas. Nice rebound, nice 2 points there. Lords maintaining their 20-point lead. Chelsea Lees driving to the right side, stops over to Eden Young. Eden Young not shooting, will drive instead. Coughs the ball up. Turnover. Durham Lords take over possession of the ball. 4 minutes remaining as 2 Lords check into the game. It's Emily Glendinning heading off, as well as Keisha Arthurworry. Caitlin Crookshank heads into the game, as well as Emily Chamberlain. Dakota Kirby has the ball. Eden Young closing in on her, but getting the ball off. Finding Siobhan Thomas opening. Basket's waved off. Offensive foul called on Siobhan Thomas. Siobhan Thomas had some great opportunity underneath the basket there, but a good call by the ref to call the offensive foul. And it'll give the Grizzlies a chance to operate here with 3.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Eden Young has it at the top of the arc, looking left. Kayla Dennis back to Young. Young over to Howlett. Howlett looking for somewhere to go with the ball. She'll drive to her left. Lords all over, but she goes up and gets the call. She'll head to the line for 2 shots. The foul was on Caitlin Crookshank there, but a good foul to take Mackenzie Howlett to the line where she misses one. 1 shot remaining. Mackenzie Howlett, second shot is good. She hit 1 of 2 there at the line, and now it's Dakota Kirby with the ball for the Lords. Stasiuk over to Thomas. Thomas back inside to Stasiuk. Shot from a bad angle there. And it's Eden Young coming down with the ball. A lot of pressure in the defensive end. Smart play by Eden Young, knocking it off of Stasiuk. Grizzlies retain possession there. Grizzlies are going to have to get the ball inbounds and over that half-court line. A lot of pressure coming from the Durham Lords, trying to force a turnover here and close out this game. Howlett looking downfield for Lees. Lees to Dunkel. Dunkel missing that one from about 8 feet. But it's Lees fouled on the rebound. She'll head to the line for 2.
Foul, number 5, Dakota Kirby. To the line, shoot 2, number 9, Kelsey.
Chelsea Lee's first shot, no good. She's looking to get her first points of the game here on her second shot. Second shot falls. 74-56 in favor of Durham. Siobhan Thomas working on Mackenzie Howlett, heading down court. Howlett giving lots of space. It doesn't work in favor as Thomas gets the harm and the hoop, headed to the line for the and 1 play. Siobhan Thomas's shot is good, and that's a 3-point play for Thomas and the Durham Lords. 2:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. 77-56 lead here for Durham. Grizzlies hoping to finish this game out strong. but unable to do so on this offensive possession as it results in a turnover. Not the finish Georgian was looking for here.
Good job, Siobhan. Good job, Siobhan.
Dakota Kirby moving it to Chamberlain. Chamberlain, Crookshank. Crookshank was looking inside there for Hickey. Unable to handle it. Hickey keeps that ball from going out of bounds. Moves it to Stasiuk, driving to her right. Right hand off the backboard. Nice 2 points there for the Lords. Lee's now driving right side, inside for Dunkold. Nice pass, unable to finish there, Kelsey Dunkold. Who's really cooled off in the fourth quarter, but has had a very great game for Georgian. Hickey on the outside. Over Chamberlain. Chamberlain to Kirby. Kirby's covered by Mackenzie Howlett. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. It'll be Chamberlain looking outside for Crookshank. Crookshank's shot is up. No good. Lees gets the rebound and heads up court. Dennis over to Howlett. Howlett, bit of a desperate shot attempt there. Unable to fall. Howlett gets the ball back though, and that's a much better shot attempt there. Kirby to Stasiuk. Stasiuk's got pressure from Eden Young, and Eden Young gets called for the foul.
Foul Georgian, number 7, Eden Young.
Kenzie Howlett and Kelsey Dunkold now getting checked out of the game. That's likely the end of their evenings. A strong game for them. Eden Young will join them, headed to the bench. A great effort that will fall just a little bit short for this Georgian Grizzlies team. Turnover on the offensive end by the Durham Lords. Grizzlies will fall to 0-2 after this game. Durham now 1-1. Grizzlies will have a chance to rebound on Saturday as they host Loyalist at 4 p.m. Men's game at 6 p.m. Chelsea Lees hits a nice 2-point shot there. Last minute of play here in the fourth quarter. 79-60 lead for the Durham Lords. They're hoping to extend that as Stasiuk drives the basket. Rebounded by Chamberlain. No good. 2 attempts there, don't fall. Rebounded by Novak Simcha. Dennis now getting over half court. Looking for somewhere to go with the ball. She's got a double team covering her. Looking inside, but Lees will get called for a travel there. Had the right idea, looking for the open girl inside, but gets called for the travel. Durham will head home and host Centennial on October 30th, 6 p.m. on their home campus. They'll be 1-1. 21 seconds remain. Rebounded by the Grizzlies. They'll head up court to close this one out. Dennis still has to carry it over half court. They do so. It's Lees with the ball. Lees looking right. Novak Simcha trying to work it. Shots up, no good, and that'll do it. A 79-60 final. Durham Lords beat the hometown Georgetown Grizzlies. A progressive game for the Georgian Grizzlies. Only 38 points in their first game at Seneca. However, they follow that up with 60 points here at home. Not enough to get the job done, but a good effort by the Georgian girls. We're going to wrap things up here. That's it for the first game, but be sure to rejoin us at 8 p.m. The men's basketball teams will get at it here at the Georgian Athletic Center. Georgian Grizzlies hosting the Durham Lords. We'll see you at 8 o'clock.